Let's let it go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Well. Good morning. Top of the morning. It's a great morning out here in sunny California. And we have a great show for you today. We are talking about creating a new you. Talking about making changes in your life. You know, it's interesting. One thing we must always remember, if we do not make any changes, whatever confronted us, whatever we went through in 2017 will be our same dilemma for 2018. Make no mistake about it. Changes are not just going to hop up on you and come about. We have to make some changes, and people were just waiting. I can't wait till 2018. I'm saying, well, what's going to happen? Things going to be better. Well, what are you going to do to make it better? What are you going to change? What's going to change about you that will make things different? You know, change seems to be one of the hardest things for people to do, and we're going to look at some of those reasons why people don't change. It doesn't take a long time to change. It really doesn't. You let the right thing apply to you or apply against you. I've seen people change overnight about certain things, but why do we have to wait, Keith, to pressure? Well, anyway, you guys, you'll listen to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you always with nothing but straight talk up in here. My co-host is the wonderful, the fabulous, you guys know who I mean, none other than Mr. Keith Swanson, radio personality in his own right. He has his own talk show on Sunday. You still have that, right, Keith?
Yeah, the Falcon Forum on LIB Radio. From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Sunday mornings, like the Pacific time. It's the best black think tank in America.
It online. Is. You guys raise issues that most people have never thought about, and you guys are really up on it.
Yep. In fact, the United States government doesn't like us raising some of those issues sometimes, but yeah, we do raise them.
Right, and they are eardropping every day to see what you guys are talking about.
What we talk about, yep.
Right. You know, I think what our world is in the condition it is, particular, I would say African American, because we're not making changes. You know, we're not learning from the past. I was thinking this morning about how we brag about the fact that we were the first, we're the original people. And I'm just wondering, Keith, what's going on in our children's mind when we tell them this and they believe that we were the first people on earth, everything started with us. I'm wondering what's going through their head. I know they're not going to say it, but I sure would like to know what they're thinking. You were the first, and now you're going to be the last. You're the first. How did you get behind everybody? You're the first. We really need to think about what we're doing and how it's going to impact the next generation and the question that just might be in their mind. There's a lot of questions in children's mind they dare not ask, but don't think for 1 second that those questions are not there. If you were here, we were here before anybody as
Mm-hmm.
human. How in the heck, Keith, how did we get here? Do we
Mm-hmm.
ever ask that question? How did it get here? When I
Mm-hmm.
say here, I mean in the condition, the
Yeah.
status. How did we get here? I think we need to ask ourselves that question, and then we need to look at the fact that I must make a change. Not y'all need to make a change. You know, people always point it out. They need to change. They need to do this. Let's point the finger back. What do you need to do? Point at you, yourself.
Yeah.
Become a committee of one and make the changes in your own life. I authored a book about 10 years ago called Creating a New You in 6 Weeks Made Simple. A step-by-step workable guide that will help you become the person you want to be. I dealt with it from a mental standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, spiritually, physically, socially, financially, and sexually. It's interesting how you write something, you go back and you're reading it yourself, and I had to sit down and say, wow, this stuff is good. It, it's
A moment of
good.
genius, son. You forgot about it.
Yes, yes. It is so important that we really, on purpose, you all, on purpose, we
Mm-hmm.
must find a way to change our life. We have to, you know, because we got to. If we don't, what's going to happen? What do you see, Keith, for 2018 for
Ooh,
Black America? For
wow.
Black
Okay.
America.
Uh, I,
Prophesy. Come on, Keith, prophesy.
okay. 2018. Now, you want to make the change rather than the change making you. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
2018. The money well is going to dry up, and you being comfortable and the comfortable uh routine that you had, a comfortable life that you had may go away depending on where you are. If you're not out actively making your own change, the change is going to make you, and you don't want that.
Wow. The change will make you. That's powerful, Keith, you know. Now, when I wrote the book, it was my intention to encourage people to live their dreams and to embrace change
Hmm.
without fear and concerns about what others may think and feel. That's the biggest problem
Hmm.
with people making changes. They're concerned about what other people think and what
Hmm.
other people will feel. You know, I'm not
Hmm.
saying do not consider others in your quest for happiness, but I'm saying consider yourself first. You must consider banners when you choose, when your choices impact the lives of your family. However, you should seek purpose for your own existence. It's a time to be selfish. It's
Yeah.
a time
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
self-centered.
Yeah.
It's a time to be considerate of what you want. Because you know what? If you can't make yourself happy, if you're not happy,
Hmm.
how can you make people around you happy? That's
Yeah.
the problem now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are
There's an old adage in business: if you wait for everybody else to already be doing it, it's already too late.
right. And that's the problem. We're trying to make other people happy.
Hmm.
And when you're unhappy yourself, you can't make other people happy. I mean, it
No.
just radiates. If
Right.
you've been around a person that you know, before you can get angry with them, with what's coming out of their mouth and how they are responding to you,
Hmm.
you have to think back and say, wait a minute. This person is a very unhappy person. Anything I say or do gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
held against me.
Yeah.
So there's no point in trying to correct him. There's no point in trying to tell them that they're wrong because they are unhappy.
Yep. Yep. The perennial Charlie Brown. Good grief, everything's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's cloudy. Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
cloudy.
rain.
It's gonna rain. Yeah.
It's
I knew it.
black. It's
Yeah.
blue.
Hmm.
It's sky blue.
Hmm.
It's navy blue. It's royal blue. They're going to say something. They're very indifferent. You notice
Hmm.
that about people who are very unhappy. They're indifferent
Hmm.
about everything. It hurts them to smile. I've been around people, and when everybody was laughing about something, I look over at them, and I could see it was like it was hurting them. But
Hmm.
they finally had to, do a smirk. They had
Hmm.
to laugh. They couldn't hold it. But it
Hmm.
was like it was bothering them
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
to rejoice with everybody else. They wanted to be just that different.
Yeah. If you've been in the mud for so long, you embrace the mud. And some people have been in misery for so long, they've learned to, embrace their misery. In other words, they become their own misery, and they don't know how to get out of it. So
So
they cling.
misery is
Yeah.
their comfort zone. That's
Is
what
their
you're
comfort?
saying.
Yeah. It's their comfort zone. Yes, it is.
Wow. Wow. Well, I tell you, I say to anybody out there, if you're around people who are unhappy, who
Hmm.
are complaining all the time, it's going to be a bad. I can see next year it's going to be bad.
Oh
Get
yeah,
get away from me. I don't
yeah.
want to be around people who can't not see nothing but bad around them. How do you know uh what is going to be? It may be some things that you know that you can basically predict is going to
Hmm.
happen based on a political move, but it doesn't have to be your world. Your
Yeah,
world does not
yeah,
have to be the world.
yeah. It's going to happen to somebody. Just to make sure it doesn't happen to you.
Just say it's not you. It's
It's
not
going to make
you.
sure it's not you.
You know. Oh, I tell you, I think you know how we prepare for everything. We need to prepare for happiness. Happiness doesn't just come. You have to work at it. Folks, you have to work at everything. You have to work at loving yourself. You have to work at loving your children because that's not even easy
No.
all the time. Can somebody say amen out there? It is not easy loving your
Uh,
children
or,
all the
or or in your case, Dr. Ruzi, or your people, or your people sometimes. uh,
Absolutely. Sometimes you know when you work hard and you do things and you say, I'm through, I'm done with them. And the
mm,
next day you wake up, you're
mm,
all refreshed again and you
mm,
find yourself back on the hook, back on the line again, still
mm,
beating people, trying to make them do the right thing or come
mm,
on and pull themselves up. That just,
mm,
when that's who you are, you really can't change, who you
no.
are. So you just have to hang around people who are like-minded, people who like you, because if you fool with people who are negative. I've
Mm,
looked at good people, and
mm.
they become the bad people by hanging with them. Seem like the negative draws the positive. Something
Yes, yes, it
happens with that. Why the good can't draw the bad to come across the street on my side? Why do the bad always draw the good people to cross the street over on their side? What's happening with
does.
that, Keith?
Like they say in Star Wars, the dark side is always more attractive.
Oh, one lady
uh,
said, well, we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity, so that's who we are. So we have to fight to come out of it. So,
hmm
okay, maybe so.
hmm
Well, folks, we got to make a change. Number one, the change needs to start with us. Then it needs to move into your family, into the community, and into our culture, into our race. Because black folks is perishing on the vine. I'm telling you, unless they make a change, things are not going to be good. And you can't look outward. You can't look outside. It really starts with you. It starts with your people, because nobody else is going to save you. So first, week 1, 2, we won't get through the whole 6 weeks. We're going to do, a week at a time or do some things. But first thing you have to start with is making changes, Keith. It's starting with you personally.
hmm
Start looking at things that are for you only. That's the hard part. We always trying to add somebody else to the equation. It's
hmm
time for all things, and it is definitely time to be self-centered and feel good about it. Feel good about doing something just for you and not including anybody else. You should not feel guilty when you take the time to do for yourself while excluding others. It's nothing wrong with that. And you know what's funny, Keith? People need to learn how to say no and not feel guilty.
Yeah, yeah.
When someone asks you, think about it, they say, Keith, can you do me a favor? Or can
hmm
you help me do something today?
hmm
Etc. And you should
hmm
always have them to be specific about what they're requesting from you. What do people normally say, Keith, if you say, Keith, can you help me do something? Yes. You don't even know what they want you to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a no fun to say yes.
hmm
Find out what they want you to help them do.
hmm
And if you take the time and look closer to things you do for others and the things you do for yourself on a daily basis, just think about it. You will be shocked at how much you don't do for yourself.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You'll look back and say, I spent this whole day. What
hmm
did I do for me?
hmm
Folks, it's time to put yourself in the equation. That's why people left feeling angry, Keith. That's why they're
Yeah,
depressed.
yeah. Yep.
Because they haven't done anything for themselves. They've been just worn down and browbeaten by other people, what they wanted you to do,
Hmm.
and their problems.
Yeah. Yep. And what do they say in the airlines? You have to put the air mask on yourself first before
And
you give it
that
to
is
somebody else.
so true. You know, and creating a new you, you got to learn
Hmm.
to be alone and not feel lonely. It's
Hmm.
the difference. You don't have to feel lonely because you're alone. People need to learn to and spend time with self. Experience dining out alone. Some people say to me, "Oh, I would never go out to dinner by myself." So
Hmm.
you gonna sit home and be miserable? Wow.
Yeah,
You
because
can't go to the movie by yourself?
lonely people are normally not busy.
Okay,
Have you
okay.
ever noticed that? Busy
Yes.
people are never lonely, but
Wow.
lonely people are usually not busy.
One of the things, great important thing with making change is to learn to be alone. Go
Hmm.
to a play by yourself.
Hmm.
You'll soon discover that other people are a luxury and
Hmm.
not a necessity. I'm
Hmm.
going to say that again. That's a powerful piece of information. Other people are a luxury and not a necessity. Now that's deep. That's deep, you all. You don't have to have other people around you with everything you do. You need to try 1 week being alone as much as possible and see how your life will change. You begin to think. You're not inundated with other people's voices, their negativity, them trying to tell you where you're going wrong, what you need to do. And it just, I'm telling you all, it will change your life if you isolate yourself from the music, drown the music out and turn on your own internal music. You will be surprised at how your life will change. I'm telling you what I know because that's what I had to do. Learn to dance to the music that only I could hear. And that's
Hmm.
what you need to do if you want to make a change.
And nobody said it was easy. Everybody thinks it's easy. Nobody said it was easy.
Right. And don't wait for somebody else to qualify whether it's right or wrong. Because,
Mm-mm.
you know, when you're ahead of your time, I can think of so many things in my life that I've said and done, and people go, oh, that doesn't make sense. And now,
Hmm.
oh, you know, you said that 10 years ago. So you
Hmm.
can't wait on somebody else to point the way.
No,
You know,
no, and
trust yourself.
they're still saying it though.
Yeah, trust your own intuition. We trust everybody but
But
ourselves.
us, yes, but ourselves.
Okay, you guys, go ahead and give us a call. 310-928-7733. 310-928-7733. We're talking about making a change. We're talking about creating a new you.
Hmm.
We're talking about if you don't do anything different
Hmm.
going into 2018, whatever your life was like in 2017,
Hmm.
you are going to be warming up the same old soup.
Hmm.
Nothing will change unless you make a change.
Yeah.
Things don't change because a new year come in. Well, it's 2018. Let me see what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like 2017 unless
uh,
you jump in control.
like the calendar is going to change their life, huh?
Right, right. when what they strike this bell or whatever at midnight, New
Yeah.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, some things supposed to change because the calendar changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Folks, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you have to make that change. Start with you. Stop trying to change everybody else. Change you. That's a big job. If you can change you, it's interesting. What I found is when you change yourself, Keith,
Hmm.
change your attitude, your behavior, how you think and feel.
Hmm.
Watch how other people begin to relate to you
Yep.
based on the changes that you have made in your own life. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Michael Jackson said it, back in the '80s. Man in the mirror.
Wow.
He
That's
said it
right.
long. He said it a long time ago.
That's right. And that's what we need to do. Look at the man, the woman in the
The
mirror
mirror.
and
Hmm.
do something about you. Because I hear people say, I'm tired of people making me act like I'm a doormat. Well, pick yourself up off the floor.
Get off your back, huh?
Yeah,
They
pick your
can't
big
walk
self up off the floor, then they can't walk on you. So it's all about what you're doing. And when you hear people always talking about how everybody's doing them, you
Mm-hmm.
ever heard someone, Keith, everybody did them bad.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody abused them. And I'm saying, go look in the mirror. Why is it that everyone you come in contact
Mm-hmm.
wants to abuse you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? What are you radiating? What are
Mm-hmm.
you saying? What are you looking like?
Mm-hmm. Yep, there are very few victims, but there's a whole lot of volunteers, and that's the problem.
Wow. And what is funny, because then they begin to tell everybody else about how the last 10 people have abused them. Now, this person they talking to, Keith, had no intention. They thought you had it going on.
Mm-hmm.
Had no intention of abusing you
Mm-hmm.
until you told them
Mm-hmm. How to treat you? Yep.
that how to treat you. Well, this is how everybody else been treating me. My mama did me this way. My brother, I had 3 husbands. They all did. They walked on me. They act like I was a doormat. You are telling this new person how to treat you.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a doormat. It's okay.
So
You
let
want
me just walk
to
on
look
it
on?
too.
Yeah. Let me wipe my shoes on you too.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
wow. Life can be so simple, but yet we can make it so complicated, you all. We can make it so complicated, you know. So we talk about week 1. You want to deal with you personally, deal with the person issue,
Mm-hmm.
your attitude, you know, how you think about things. So make a change, create a new attitude, and just say it out loud. It's my turn, and just
Mm-hmm.
just step into that. Stop feeling guilty about everything,
Mm-hmm.
you
You know,
know.
you take your smartphone, set it for 15 minutes, okay, and just for the first week, just let that smartphone go, the alarm go off every 15 minutes to remind you of making a change. Don't
Wow,
don't
that's
wait for you get up in the morning. Don't wait for the evening. Every 15 minutes, so it can remind you that you're supposed to be doing something to change your life.
right. And I think it'd be a good idea when you make that change and you recognize it, it's an aha moment. Go
Mm-hmm.
get your, in fact, get your notebook, you all. Get
Mm-hmm.
your notebook, get your journal,
Mm-hmm.
and the date that you notice, because sometimes you'll make a change you're not aware. But when you're aware, wow, that's different. I remember if a person asked me to do this, even if I was doing something for myself, I
Mm-hmm.
would stop and put my stuff aside and go do for them.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you made that change, I want you to jot it down. I want you to write the date, the time, and the hour,
Mm-hmm.
and what change you made. Say, before I would have done this, but today, this is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, this may seem simple, but unless you make some changes, I'm telling you, 2018 is going
Mm-hmm.
to be just like 2017,
Mm-hmm.
2019 going to be like 2018, and the beat goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Go ahead and give us a call, 310-928-7733. 310-928-7733. We're talking about it's time to make change, not just a change, radical change in your life. It's time to create a new you. Get rid of that old person. You're not the same person. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
change, you got to change all the way around. And don't be afraid. Don't tiptoe. Hey, well, you
Mm-hmm.
used to do it when I used to ask you to do things. You used to loan me money and did yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Used to
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
used to, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean in the present.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to make a change.
You have to you have to not make the change. You have to commit to the change. And what people
Yeah.
don't want to do is commit to it. And that's the
Wow.
problem. People say, "Oh, I want to change. I'm going to change. I'm trying to change. I'm changing," but you're not committed to it. So we'll say, well, "How come I'm not changing?" You're not committed to it.
And that's funny, Keith, when they say, I'm trying to change, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody should ask them, right, okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Then what are you doing? You're trying. What are your efforts?
Mm-hmm.
So listen, ask yourself this question. When you say, well, I'm trying to change,
Mm-hmm.
get a piece of paper. Trying mean that you are moving towards something.
Mm-hmm.
Trying mean there's action.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to say, write down, what am I trying? I
Mm-hmm.
think do we have a caller?
Caller? I don't see one.
Okay, I thought I heard someone. When you say I'm trying to, take out your pen and write
Mm-hmm.
trying What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are the works? What is the verb? What's the action that you're
Yeah.
taking?
Yep. Yep.
I'm trying to be helpful. I am cleaning the house, okay? And you have somebody say, "Well, I'm trying to be helpful." Get your butt up, get a broom, dust. How you trying to be
Oh,
helpful
you,
and you
you,
sit down?
you know you're a woman raised in the South because of just what you just said.
What did I say, Keith?
Get your butt up, get a broom, get a mop, get your butt up. There ain't no trying to clean up. Do it.
That's right. You gotta do it. I'm tired of all this trying. I'm trying to make my relationship work. What are you doing?
Hmm?
Name the thing. I'm trying to raise my children right. What are you
What
doing?
are you doing? Yeah. It
Wow.
sounds like the discussion I was having with my daughter when she, um, I'm trying to help my child with his education. What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. We
Plus,
got lots of listeners. You all need, if there's someone out there who have really made a change in your life that you are really proud of, and
mm-hmm.
you can see how your life have changed, turned around, have been enriched, enhanced because you stood up for yourself. You made a change that you were afraid to make some years ago, and now you feel good about yourself. Give us a holler. Let
Mm-hmm.
us know what you did, how you
What
did it,
you
and
yeah.
how other people around you reacting to
Well,
you now.
yeah, and
Okay?
the first thing, Dr. Rosie, people have to be honest with themselves.
Right.
Okay, a lot of people says, "Well, I want this," but they're not honest with themselves. If you really want something, most people, if you really want it, you actually work toward doing it. And a lot
Wow.
of people say that I want to lose weight, okay, but they really they do what they mean is I would like to lose weight, not I
But I
want
don't
to
want to
lose.
do what it
Yeah, I
takes.
don't
It's like
takes.
they want people want to stand at the wishing well.
Mm-hmm.
I wish this weight would fall off for me.
And when I throw this penny in, it's magically gonna happen.
Right. And
Yeah.
they go, I wish I had a date. I wish the man would ask me out.
Mm,
And I say to women and, men too, when they talk about that, I said, okay, uh, how would they meet you? Are they supposed to just come and knock on your door? They don't even know you. Do you go out? Well, I don't go in the place. I go to church. Well, there are men that, well, you ain't supposed to meet no man at church. What? What?
mm,
Well, how you going? You're wishing well. You wish
mm-hmm.
you'll meet someone. But
Mm-hmm.
you don't go in the place. In the
Yeah.
place you do go,
Yeah.
you told that you're not supposed to go there to meet a
Yeah.
person. That's what I call a wishing well syndrome.
And why should that man pick you out of a billion women to take you on a date?
Right. Now, see, you asked a good question. Women and men need to ask themselves that
Mm-hmm.
question.
Mm-hmm.
We are in a competitive society. So
Mm-hmm.
we all need to say, why, what make me stand out? Why would a person want to ask me for a date?
Mm-hmm.
You can ask yourself that question. It
Yep.
might help you get in the position that you want because you might need to see, wow, I was out, I was at a party, but I kept my coat on the whole time, looking like
Mm-hmm.
I was ready to go.
Yep. Yep. I had that mean look on my face, like I didn't want to be bothered.
Right. Or I
You know.
was sitting there with my arm folded.
Yep.
That's
Yep. And
closing people out.
and
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 you
nobody
wonder
and no
why nobody asked you for a dance.
dance. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to go out, people would complain, well, nobody asked you for a dance. So I just started a revolution. I got up and danced by myself. When I got up, people started, hey, let me have this dance.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be bold. You got to feel like you can take the lead. You got to feel like you're the leader. Or you got to feel like I can do this thing by myself. It go back to being alone and not being lonely.
Oh,
Wow.
got her first call.
Well, I'm sure somebody made a change and they want to tell us about it. So
I
I
hope,
think
I hope, hope it didn't get scared, like they're gonna reveal something.
I know. You would help somebody. I want somebody to call and say, this is what I did. And I'm proud. My whole life has been better since I got rid of 10 people. I only have one friend and I feel so much better. One friend that you can say, be yourself around
Mm-hmm.
is better than having 10 that you're walking on eggshells with. Everything you say, they're judging you. Everything you say, they're criticizing you. Everything you say, you're hurting their feelings. I don't want to be bothered with people like that.
Yep.
You know, you just cannot do it. Make a change. Create a new you. You can do it in 6 weeks. You want to get my book, Creating a New You in 6 Weeks, Made Simple. Yes, made simple. Go ahead, caller.
Caller.
Okay, maybe the caller just want to listen. So, caller, if you decide to
yeah.
chime in, just
Yeah.
jump right in
Or take yourself off of mute. If you're on mute, take yourself off of mute.
and jump in. We're
Jump
going to
in.
week 2. We talked about week 1. Week 1 was personal.
Mm-hmm.
Things you need to change and do for yourself. Say no and feel guilty. Don't answer people about, yes, I can do this for you unless they qualify. Can you do me a favor? What is the favor? Don't just say yes, and that's what people do. I need to know what is that favor. Maybe I can, and maybe I can't. Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. Let's go to week 2. Well, we still week 1. You also need personally, and you need to develop your mental, develop a mindset. It's conducive to good mental health. And please balance your emotion. You know, making changes really create a battlefield in the mind. When you start making a change, it's really uncomfortable. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy to make these changes. It's like a battle ensue because you have two opposing forces in operation. One part of you want to be that old you, want to experience, and one part want to experience a new way, while the other force want to play it safe. You better stay in the comfort zone. And you know how it is. If you do that, they're going to look at you funny. They're going to say you think you something. They're going to say you think you more than you are. So you better play it safe. But one mind is saying, I don't give a heck what they think. I'm stepping out of this zone. I want to be a new person. I'm not happy right here where I am. So I want to move to a new zone. So there's a battle. So take an inventory. Take your mental status. You know, you have a conversation with yourself. Yes, talk to yourself and don't feel like you're going crazy. You're just seeking sanity and you're seeking balance. Keith, do you talk to yourself? I know I do. I ask myself, hey, what's up? Where you at?
It's a constant dialogue, and sometimes I don't like the answers I get back from myself.
Sometimes you want to slap yourself. Pow, that's not what you mean.
I didn't want to hear that today.
Right. Go ahead, caller. I think we have a caller.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Yes, hello there. Hi, good morning. This is Ray in area code 760.
Okay.
Good morning.
Ray.
This is good morning to you both. This is a dynamite topic that I'm sure people are like me, just sitting back, listening and enjoying it. But one thing I have to call and say is that change has to be in a person's mindset for a positive reinforcement or direction. And it should be on the lines of not being angry when you make the change, but making the change for yourself for a positive influence. It has to be eternally. And that is the problem that most people have, I think, that they have to make a change once they get mad and angry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So and that's basically when people change, and most people. But you have to set some goals, like you mentioned earlier. Set some goals, like I had one years ago, that I wasn't going to start thinking about marriage until I reached the age of 25.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a goal, and nothing diverted me from that goal.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of times it could have been changed, but you have to be steadfast in your belief.
Mm-hmm.
Now, change, like everyone has mentioned before, about no one likes change but a baby, you know, and you'll see, but the result is a smile on the baby's face. So that's what you should aim for, like Dr. Rosie mentioned earlier. Get a smile on your face, and people will see the change in you, as opposed to that dull, drudgery, negativity aspect that glows. Make the smile glow. Put the smile around as a constant glow about yourself, and you will see inside, people will see that. And also, I remember years ago, you know, I had influence in my life was one of my friends was Jefferson Thomas, one of the Little Rock Nine.
Okay.
and also the Cosby Show.
Okay.
You know, there was two different directions. But when Jeff came out here after the Little Rock incident, he did not invoke a change of hatred nor despair. We went to college together and talked about a number of things which influenced me and my decisions in life. He caused me to think about when you say and do things as opposed to just saying it. But that's one thing about the change. It has to be a positive change within you so people will see the positive change and not the angry change. Like people say, oh, I'm going to delete this person from my Facebook page, or I'm not going to call them anymore. Well, those changes are good and well, but alert the person why you're making the change. You know,
That's a good idea. Because you help people.
Drop them out. You help
people. I tell people when they end a relationship, I've had men and women who end a relationship and don't tell the person why they're not calling anymore, why they're out of their lives. I think it's really unfair, you know, because whatever it is, it could help that person. It might be something very important that they're doing that impacted you. Or it could be you can be honest and say, well, you know what, I really wasn't ready for a relationship. I just asked you to go out. Because, you know, people kind of strange. You can be at work, and if you ask a man asked a lady to go out for lunch, everybody in the office, they running and talking, oh, he likes her. The man hasn't said one time that he liked you. Okay, get it straight. He only asked you to go out for dinner. Now, everybody in the office done push you to the fact, yeah, see, he been looking at you. I told you he liked you, girl. Then you start internalizing something that he never said. Then you start trying to make a relationship. And when he realized that wasn't what I wanted, then, I mean, men and women, talk to each other. Let a person know why. You know, I really wasn't interested in a relationship at this time. I really just wanted to go out and eat. I enjoy your company. You're a good person. Tell them all the good stuff. You know, you're a good person. It has nothing to do with you. It's about where I am at this time.
Yes, and that is 100% correct. Nothing wrong with that, like you said earlier. Nothing wrong with letting the person know the reasons why that you are dropping someone for their particular conversation or a lifestyle. And then once they see the change in you, they may come back to you. Or they may come back to you with a forgiveness statue, you know, things of that nature. It all derives from
help them.
Yes, right. They can say thank you, I feel better, and then they will start accumulating friends of their own.
Right.
I've seen that occur also.
And don't be reading into something because somebody asks you out to eat. They didn't say they want to date you. If a man want to date, he needs to say, be front. I want to, you know, I'm looking for a date. Are you interested in a relationship? They just ask you to go out to eat, and here you perking all up the next day, putting on stuff you didn't wear before, you know.
That's right, Dr. Rosie. That is right.
And then get mad because he didn't notice you made a change. You just changed your hairdo, you wearing lipstick now, you know, you wearing your best, and now you're mad because he didn't say anything. Come on, you guys, creating a new you. Ray, we thank you so much for calling. You have another.
One other thing before I hang up, please. There was a person I worked with who retired, and what she did was, she was married, and what she did was, she started developing a new hairdo every 2 weeks.
Was going to change things?
Yeah, she changed to have a different hairstyle every 2 weeks.
Okay.
With her husband. Yes. Okay.
Did it help? Did it help?
They're still together.
Okay. Well, if it helped.
Yeah.
Okay.
And y'all heard that change your hairdo, change.
Well, you know, with women, there's something about black women and their hair. If they change their hairdo, they feel better about themselves and they actually are happier. So.
And so you're right. When you feel better about yourself, radiate that.
You radiate that.
Make other people to you because you're pleasant. People want somebody pleasant to be around. That's why beautiful women get so angry when they see a man with a woman who they think don't look that good, and you hear them say, "I wonder what he want with her." He wants that attitude, baby. He wants that self-assurance. He wants that I know who I am strut. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, my wife does the same thing every now and then. Okay.
Right.
You guys have a beautiful day, and like I said initially, a dynamite subject.
Thank you, and refer people to the book, Creating a New You in 6 weeks. They can get it on my website, drrosa.com. I mean, it really walks you through with exercises that will really help you to create a whole new world for yourself in 6 weeks.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too. Okay. We talked about week 2. We have something on the board, Keith.
Okay, this is from Tony B. Why do people try to get me to commit to things before even telling me what it is, and then get mad when I respond by saying maybe or maybe not? Is this some new kind of crazy? No, it's an old kind of crazy. Okay, crazy like a fox. They know that you will probably say no, so they want you to get your promise before they actually tell you what it is.
Yeah, Tony B, that's old. That's why I put this in the book. How many, get people to specify what they want instead of just saying yes. Can you do me a favor? What favor? What do you want me to do? You want me to say yes to something I don't even know what you're talking about? So I can see why you would say maybe or maybe not. Because what you're really saying, I don't know what you're getting ready to ask me to do. Maybe I can do it and maybe not. So you need to be upfront and versus getting mad because the person say maybe or maybe not. People need to learn to stop beating around the bush, as the old folks say, and just come straight with what you want and stop that. Because people get angry in relationships. Well, he didn't do this or she didn't do it. Did you ask them? Maybe they didn't know you wanted that. Well, he been married before. He ought to know what a woman wants. Maybe the other woman did not want what you want. Okay? So you need to put your agenda up front. Be honest. The best thing we can do in creating a new you want to learn to be you. You want to learn to be real. You want to learn to say what it is that you need in life. Now, the other thing in the mental week, you need to ask yourself a few questions. Am I happy? If not, why? Am I unhappy? If so, why? Is my state of happiness or unhappiness based on what I feel about myself or what others feel about me? These are some questions that you need to ask yourself. Am I a people pleaser or do I seek to please myself? Do I take responsibility for the unhappiness of others? Some people do. They must be unhappy because I didn't do this. You may be unhappy because you're unhappy. If you're unhappy based on me doing something for you that I don't want to do and it's not making me happy or feel comfortable, then you just going to have to be an unhappy camper. Now, some people say, now, Dr. Milligan, that's cold. That's why I still have my senses.
Well, okay. See, you were raised, in the South with your father, so you're used to being uncomfortable. Right. You have to do things. If you were raised on a farm and you have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning when it's cold, you are uncomfortable. Okay.
But I had to go out there and pick that kind, comfortable or uncomfortable. I guess that's why I'm the way I am. I've learned to be uncomfortable. I've learned how to make myself comfortable. That's why I got myself up and got on out of Mississippi and ran on up out here. Y'all hear me? When you're uncomfortable, you find a way to make yourself comfortable, and that's what I did. Can someone other than myself make me happy? You need to ask that question. Ultimately, who is responsible for my happiness? You all write all of those things down. Ultimately, I'm so unhappy. Who is responsible for your happiness? Now, the first week of your excursion is a perfect time to take a look at your attitude. And the old adage says your attitude determines your attitude. So, are you on your way? Are you in your way? That's something to think about, right? Because what you think about your world determines what you think about the world. Attitude is everything. I have here in this book, Food for Attitude. The neighbor's clothes on the line may be cleaner than you think if you would wash your windows before looking out of them. That clothes may not be dirty. Okay? It's your attitude. And another one I thought was, listen to this, Keith. While one woman complained that the young people would not give up their seats, another woman standing saw her bus ride as an excursion and a chance to really get to see the city. It's all about attitude, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're bent to attitude. One more. While one man raved and cursed for 2 hours about someone cutting his car tire, another man thanked God that he stopped the devil from cutting the other three. He
Mm-hmm.
fixed the tire and was up and rolling in 10 minutes. It's all about attitude, what you think, and how you feel. Isn't that incredible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You guys, you can reach us 310-928-7733, 310-928-7733. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. If you keep on washing those clothes without detergent, they're going to still keep coming out, what they call them, stain or Dane or whatever they
Oh
say.
yeah, dingy. Yeah.
Dingy, that's the word, huh? They're going to be dingy if you don't put some washing powder. You might need to put a little bleach in there on them. They're going to be dingy, you guys, okay? You know, the second week, you need to move to family. See, you cannot make your family happy, friends, people around you, until you deal with self first. Now, get yourself in perspective. Make the changes that you need to make for yourself. Now, you can move to second week. It's about the family. Family that prays together, stays together. And as we journey through life pursuing our dreams and goals, it's important that we focus on the family. Our family members are not Barbie dolls and G.I. Joes that we can place them on the shelf and return and get them when we reach our dreams and goals. I just said a mouthful. That a lot of people will not take time for their children. I can't take you to the movie. I can't do this. I'm trying to run my business. I'm trying to finish school. I'm trying to do this. And the kid is just sitting there looking. You can't put them on the shelf and when you finish your degree, come back and get them, okay? They're not Barbie dolls. They're not G.I. Joes. You have to carry them along with you. You have to make time for them. Because when you finish getting your degree, when you finish building your business, then when you come home, they in their own room or they scatter. Your wife is on the phone talking with her friends because you never spent time with her because you were so busy with your job, busy with your school, you had no time. So now she developed her friendship with her friends, with her girlfriend. They talk on the phone because you're not there to have a conversation with her. And when that man fires you on that job, or you decide to come home, or you become ill and can't leave the house, now you're mad because nobody's paying you any attention. Is anybody out there listening? You have to take your family along with you. That is very important. You may not have a lot of time. We talk about creating a new you, including your family. You may not have a lot of time, but that time that you do have needs to be quality, uninterrupted time. And the other thing you need to do in creating and making a change, praise your family members and verbally express that you love them. Don't come talking about, well, you know I love you. I keep a roof over your head. You're supposed to keep a roof over my head. I'm your child. Don't be telling me that craziness. Talking about I got a roof. You eating, ain't you? I'm supposed to. Okay? That's not the conversation to have. And I want you to try to catch your family members doing something good instead of trying to catch them doing something bad. That's what some people do, Keith. They wait. When the kid do good, they don't say a word. The wife does good, or the husband, nothing to say it. But the minute I do something wrong, it's like you watching me every day, trying to find me doing something wrong so you can chastise me. That's not the way to do it. Start your week off having a family meeting, scheduled in advance. Consider everybody in the house, your children. Set a time when everybody can be there, just like corporate America do. They have a weekly meeting. Every family really should at least have a monthly meeting and allow each member to express themselves without being judged. Now, you call a meeting with your family and your child say something that they don't like, then you get mad. Well, that ain't, well, Mama, I think it was, that's not how I feel. That's what they think you feel. So it's a time to deal with that.
Yeah. In fact, Dr. Rosie, I took that advice and I gave that advice to my niece because she was having problems with her husband. And I told her that I said, schedule a time to talk to him every day for 30 minutes. No more, no less, but every day at the same time. And, and that's what she did. And after about a couple of months, guess what? She didn't have any more communication problems with her husband anymore.
Right.
So she scheduled that time. Yeah. So she did exactly that.
And when they don't talk, Keith, they tend to put everything in the drawer. You know how you put stuff in the drawer, and then when it get full, you pull it out and you start talking about everything they had nothing to do with right now.
Right.
You bringing up stuff that happened last year. You don't put it in the drawer. Now you're pulling it all out and throwing it at the person and expect to have a conversation. No, you have to. And don't judge when the family members start saying what they don't like. You're not supposed to get mad at the children when they start telling you, inviting them to the conversation. Now they begin to express how they feel. So all of a sudden, you call a meeting and everybody's sitting looking. Well, what's on your mind, Joe? Nothing. Sue, what you got to say? Nothing. Why? Because you didn't value what they had to say. You criticized them. You reprimand them for what they had to say. That's not the way to have a family meeting. So I want to say to the family out there, creating a new you includes creating a new family along with you. And please allow people to feel what they're feeling. And you know, when you learn better, I think you'll do better. I think you'll do better. You know, and don't become distraught because of feeling your family express about your shortcomings. You know, kids may say, well, you know, I just feel neglected, Mom. I just feel like I was abandoned when you went away 6 months to take a job. Now, why are you going to get mad? You ask them to express themselves, but when they do, now you leaving them feeling bad. So who wants to come to the next meeting?
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Keith, but you know, we don't get this in school. How will we know? I mean, how many people out there took a class on how to deal with your family?
I don't remember one.
It's not a manual for it.
No.
That's why I write books to help families, you know. Well, we're getting close out of time, but week 3, we'll come back sometime later and do the other 6 weeks. But week 3, you all, is spiritually examine your relationship with God. We have a lot of issues there because different families have, you know, they have different gods, right? So are you going to be mad at one because they decide that they want to, that's why I deal with spirituality. Help the person, their family to be spiritual. And then you don't have to argue about, you know, what God they serve, you know. And because your spiritual beliefs is what give you the faith to overcome all obstacles and to reach for and achieve your dreams and goals. It's all about faith, you know. So, and if there's pain, you need to discuss it. And I think a family needs to understand forgiveness is so important that you need to ask each other to forgive you, but don't get it twisted. Because I forgive you, that don't mean I'm suffering from amnesia. Because you want me to forget it. No, I didn't forget it. I forgave you, and you can see it in my attitude. Because it used to be a time when you asked, will you drop me off on your way to work? And that I would say, no, I'm going a different way. But now you notice when you ask me to do things, I'm doing it for you. I'm helping you. I'm being nice because I have forgiven you. And that's the essence that flows when you forgive a person. You're not holding any animosity. But it doesn't mean, Keith, some people think, Keith, if they still remember this, well, I must haven't forgiven my brother because I still remember when he hit me across my head with that skillet because I wouldn't do what he'd say when my dear wasn't home. How you get that? But you gave. So you all don't get it twisted. You know, as a family, you want to forgive your family. You want to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. And if there's someone that have hurt you that you can't go to, you don't want to talk to, let me tell you what to do, family. Get a pen and a piece of paper. Can't nobody argue with a letter. Write a letter. You can tell them all the things you want to tell them. That's a good way for healing. You've gotten it out of you. You've told them how you feel. And that's what's been bothering you because you could not tell them. You can always put it in a letter. And many times they will respond, well, you know what? All these years, I didn't know you felt that way. And they didn't because you never told them. It's all about healing, family. You will find a lot of worksheets in this book. With every session, you will find a worksheet showing you how to get through this. So you will go on down In what you will find, we can't cover everything, but what you will find in creating a new you, we dealt with personal and mental. We dealt with the family for week 2, week 3, spiritual goals. Week 4, career and social. Some people don't understand, Keith, why their career is not going into place. It has all to do with their spiritual belief, their family, their person. If you're angry, you're mad. When you get to work, you slam the door before you left home. You bring that energy to the job.
Yeah.
Bring your job stuff, because people say, well, when you get home, you need to leave that job stuff there at the job.
And vice versa. Yeah.
You can't do that. You're who you are. You have to find ways to work through it. So a lot of people career goal is not going into place because their personal life is out of whack. Their mental stability, emotionally, they have not cleansed themselves. And that's why they have a problem at work, on the job. Can't nobody stand them and they can't stand anybody. You guys, it all ties in. So week 4, week 5 deals with career and social. Week 5 going to deal with financial. Oh my goodness. Financial has something to do with all of it. That's why you want to create a new dynamic for 2018. Don't go, if you owe everybody in town in 2017, when you go into 2018, if you don't make a change, you're going in with those same debts. In fact, some of you going in with more because you're going to charge up a lot of stuff for Christmas, for the holidays. Create a new you. Last but not least, we deal with physical, taking care of your health. And the last one, we deal with your sexual self.
Ooh, okay.
That chapter you want to read. Okay? We deal with your sexual self because it backfires with your job, with your finance. Keith, what does sex have to do with finance? Just asking you a quick question. I'm just saying. Keith don't want to talk to you all. He's raising up on this one. Sex and finance.
Sex and finance, they go
physical.
together.
Look at these three.
Yeah.
If you are not physically fit, that's going to interfere with what?
With your sexual life and your financial life.
Exactly.
They all go together.
All this stuff tie in together. You need to get this book. In fact, this needs to be the book that you need to give for the holiday. A book is a perfect gift. Creating a new you in 6 weeks made simple. Step-by-step workable guides that will help you become the person you want to be. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, socially, financially, and sexually. Y'all better get this book. I didn't realize it was so good till I started reading it over myself. I said, wow, girl, did you do that?
You probably ask, who wrote this? Well, somebody knew that person is good, huh?
Yeah, were you thinking this way 10 years ago? My goodness. Wow. Look, it says sexual empowerment is not how well someone else can please you, but how well you can please yourself sexually. I'm getting ready to get put out to church now. Put out to church.
Oh, yeah, they're going to you're going to have to come back in through the back.
That's what I'm saying. Another quote in that section: stroke the mind before the behind. If you don't know what you want sexually, you will never have your sexual needs met. If you do not tell your partner what you want in bed, you will get what his other bed partner wanted in bed. Wow, that's deep, isn't it?
That is deep. Yeah.
Last but not least, is always make your sexual agenda understood. And yes, a quickie is okay. But don't have your partner preparing for a long trip if you're just going around the corner. Y'all better hush your mouth. This is our...
yeah, they're gonna be calling you after this.
I know. You ought to be what you said, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Should be, I thought you was a Christian. No, I am.
Well, he's supposed to know what I want.
Yeah. I'm a Christian who just want to help my people do that. So don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it twisted. You all, this has been a great show. It's going to re-air. I'm waiting for the technician to tell me. For those who missed it, you want to tell your friends to get on, to go to innerlightradio.com. That's INNER, innerlightradio.com. and he's going to tell me what time this show is going to re-air, and you'll be able to sit back and relax and listen to it again tonight. You don't want to miss it. Creating a new you. Remember, if you take into 2018 the same things that you did in 2017, your life, your family, everything around you will not change. The show is going to re-air again at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 12 a.m. Eastern Time. So go to innerlightradio.com and you can listen to Mr. Keith Swanson and Dr. Rosie Milligan and all the other guests who called in. We want to thank you and thank you for continuing to support our show and have a happy Thanksgiving. And remember, the change begins with you. Have a great day.